Welcome back, everybody, to Vibing with the Guzmans. And in today's budget recipe episode, we're going to be making some barbecue sliders. So we've got some 73% lean ground beef. We're going to first hit it up with this Goya adobo seasoning. So we're going to go ahead and just sprinkle that on in. Nice little helping there. And then we're going to use some black pepper. I love getting my seasoning from Sam's Club because of the large size. So, of course, it is budget friendly when you break it down to the cost per ounce. We also got some Lowry's seasoned salt, not too heavy, just a little light there. And we got some garlic powder. I really like the granulated garlic powder, but I actually got the powdery one. So, anyway, some badilla completa. This will really flavor up your dish as well. And then we got some Lowry's paprika. It's smoked paprika. I don't know what I was thinking by trying to make it come through the little holes. Of course, we got to take off the top and get some nice seasoning up in there. So just about that. Now, this was major key in our dish today. We are using some Worcestershire sauce. I just put a few sprinkles in there, not too heavy, and I felt like it really brought a nice flavor component to the sliders. So here I am. I'm going to go ahead and put it on my grill pan, turn on the heat. We're going to use our misto oil sprayer. I really love using the misto oil sprayer because there's no added chemicals or anything. So while that's heating up, I'm going to go ahead and start massaging this ground beef. Because of the amount of fat that's in it, it's a bit, well, not only because of the amount of fat, but because it's also cold, it makes it a little bit hard to break it down. And I really like to massage it in this meat so that way it comes out tender. I do believe that by massaging it like this and smashing it in, it gives you a tender and juicier burger, because otherwise you're just going to end up with rocks, and nobody wants to eat no hard cooked rocks. So I'm just going to keep massaging it in and keep flipping it until it gets to a broken down consistency. Now, since we're making some sliders, I'm going to just take out a portion of the meat, and I want to make it thin. My daughter really likes her burgers thin. She hates thick ones. So I'm just going to put it onto this plate and continue to try to break it down and get it nice and flat, putting some pressure on there. And the bread that I'm going to be using is in a square shape, so that I'm also going to try to make the burger patty, so to speak, in a square shape by just shaping it like that. Now I just got to roll it up off of this plate. And then once we get it off of the plate, then of course we're going to put it onto our grill pan. Now, I do like this idea of the recipe because since the meat is so thin, it is going to cook pretty quickly. And when your family is hungry, you really don't have time to be 45 minutes making dinner. So down it goes, and look at that sizzle. After a couple minutes, we're going to go ahead and flip it on over, and check this out. Look at that char. My husband absolutely loves it when I put a char on the meat. And I tell you, I really don't do it on purpose sometimes. It's just because sometimes I feel like I really can't cook. Anyway, so here we're just going to put some of the onion skin into this bowl so that way, it makes for an easy cleanup. And when I make cuts into my onion, I really do like to have flat surfaces on both sides. So that's why I'm just going to cut off the ends there. And then we're going to take the knife and cut it right down the middle. And I feel like this makes it pretty easy to get rid of that outer layer of skin. Once the skin is off, we're just going to go ahead and slice right on through. And we're going to end up putting these onions into the grease that's in the grill pan so they can go ahead and soften up. I do apologize for my camera angles. I am still learning how to work this camera, but as you can see in the little corner, it's cooking. So these are the rolls that I'm using for our sliders today, and I'm just going to slice them in half straight on through. This is the brioche rolls. These rolls are so buttery and delicious. So if you ever get a chance to buy them, I highly recommend. So there we go. Now, My daughter really didn't want to get onions, so I'm not going to put any on her burger. She wanted ketchup and mustard, but she did want just one of the sliders with the barbecue sauce. So I'm going to go ahead and take the onion mixture, and we're just going to scoop it into this little dish that we have over here, reserved to catch all of the flavor. By cooking the onions in the grease, of course, it's going to get the flavor from your ground beef and, be very delicious. So I highly recommend doing that. And here is our big burger patty. And I felt like it was the perfect size for 4 sliders. So now we're just gonna go ahead and put some barbecue sauce on it and get that all spread around. I didn't want it to be just like glooped on there or anything. So we're gonna go ahead and put some more barbecue sauce. At this point, I actually am making the sliders for my son. So that's why you can see that I'm putting the onion mixture on there, because he said that he wanted to get it like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and scoop it on in. And after I put the layer of onions on there, I just wanted to go ahead and put some more barbecue sauce on the top. I am one of those people who say messy food is the best food. I really do feel like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut this into the 4 pieces there. And if you guys ever get a chance to make this, as simple as it is, I highly recommend. Now, here, you may have noticed that the bread has changed because I never took the end picture. Anyway, so here I'm just using regular rolls, but the concept is the same. So there you go. You got those beautiful caramelized onions to go on, and we're just going to add in a little bit of that barbecue sauce. I'm using Kraft barbecue sauce today, and bada bing, bada boom. Look at that. Would you want to eat this? Hit that like button if you like budget-friendly content like this. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to hit that like button and, of course, subscribe. See you on the next video.